Louisville City a 4-0 winner tonight. Tonight's save of the match brought to you by MagnaWave, the leader in pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, and Greg Ranjetsing making sure that there wasn't an early goal to be had.
Yeah, not much to do for Greg Ranjetsing here this evening, but Corey Burke getting to the byline, playing a good ball across, and Ranjetsing recognizing the threat that was coming to him, stepped to the front post. Excellent effort.
The Coopers get at least one more home game at Slugger Field this year. Louisville City knocking off Bethlehem Steel tonight. It finishes 4-0. We welcome you back into our booth. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts alongside. If you're Louisville, you came in with confidence. James O'Connor told us all about it. They have won their last 2 of the regular season, 5 unbeaten, and tonight did nothing to disrupt that thought.
They look like the #1 seed for sure, and very scary. I mean, they're fiery. They've got great ferociousness going forward. I mean, it's just very impressive all around. I think they did everything right and nothing wrong.
Here are your full-time highlights. Louisville City knocking off Bethlehem Steel tonight. Oscar Jimenez was absolutely everywhere.
I initially was going to throw his name in for man of the match, but definitely the man of the first half for sure. He was all over the place. Excellent distribution and, ball moving around the pitch. Mark Anthony Kay going one-on-one and just takes a nice little timely bounce to Jimenez, and Jimenez with an excellent effort to the back post and just off the crossbar.
So would Louisville be a bit unlucky tonight? Would that be the case? Not quite. Jimenez starting this play up. It would find Craig, who finds Tarek Morad?
Yeah, they put the pedal to the metal early, and they were not willing to pull off the gas. And like you said, Tarek Morad just scored last game somehow off the deflection on the penalty and was able to tuck that away and gets his second goal in the early moments of the first half. And again, great service from Jimenez. Ball flicked down. Morad just runs through and just tucks it in on the back post, and Louisville went up 1-0 early.
That in the 14th minute, and Tarek Morad suddenly the talk of the town. But why have one when you can have two? This ball comes off a deflection from Roberts, played back in by Tosh, off the crossbar, and there he is again.
And a partridge in a pear tree. And the ball just kept moving around. Nice little domino effect. As you said, terrible clearance by Bethlehem, and not really sure what was going on in goal with McGuire. Not able to get his hand onto it, caught off guard a little bit, and very lackadaisical effort in goal. And somehow Morad grabs his third in 2 games.
And yes, the singing was worse than the defense there. We see Jimenez moving forward this in the latter stages, second half. Luke Spencer wants one for himself. It comes in the 70th minute.
Luke Spencer got his swan song just before he stepped off of the pitch, and just absolutely amazing ball movement by this Louisville squad. Came in to Spencer, played it off, went out to Ownby, into Jimenez, back into Spencer, and Spencer finished it off, and just super impressive with his efforts tonight.
Spencer, this in the 79th minute, would find Brian Ownby floating inside. It takes just a nice kiss.
We talked about Spencer being isolated up top. He did a good job bringing the ball down, holding it up, and like you said, just a nice little flick to the back post. Ownby running onto it. Textbook effort. And again, Jake McGuire left by his lonesome to fend for himself and just not able to keep up with the pace of Louisville this evening.
And Tarek Morad, 2 goals tonight, walks off victorious, and a shutout as well. Now there is one team that's moved through. There's another game later tonight, Salt Lake City taking on Sacramento in the quarters, then the other 6 tomorrow. This is a great first game for Louisville in this playoff run, if it is to go deep.
I think it's a great first game for Louisville, and I'm sure it's a great first game for the league. I mean, you got what you wanted out of your #1 seed. Unfortunately, the 8 couldn't step up to the task and handle the efforts, but very impressive front to back. And I think it's going to be a rough task for anybody to come into this venue and pull off a win against this very talented Louisville City squad.
So Lou City rolls on, 4-0 the final score over Bethlehem Steel FC. A family affair tonight. 63-78 came out to watch it as Paco Craig in this defense of Louisville holds Bethlehem and their best offensive season scoreless in the 1-8 playoff game. And now Louisville looks forward. They're watching that game at 6 o'clock tomorrow, Rochester and Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have a very brief celebration. James O'Connor going to get his boys back on the task at hand and figure out exactly who their foe is going to be in the next match, but home field advantage nonetheless, and looking forward to the next game.
For Sharni Yerke, Scott Ferguson, and Jonathan Tellicher, our whole team in Louisville, and Devin Kerr, Mike Watts saying so long. Tarek Morad's the hero. Finishes tonight, 4-0.